Hey everyone, Justin here from Zanda, and today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to get the calendar looking just right. So when I'm talking about that, I mean how it actually looks and feels. So with my one, for example, you can see that I've got sort of a start time at 8 a.m. going down to about 6 p.m. And you can kind of see that I have got 3 increments per block, so 20-minute increments in each hour just to make it easier when I'm booking in appointments. You can see I've even got some stuff going on with some of these appointments with like this little account symbol or this little dollar sign. So I'm going to show you how we do that. We're just going to be jumping into the settings menu just over here, and when that loads up, you're just going to be looking for the schedule tile. And calendar display is going to be right at the very top of that list over there. So when we pop in here, the most important thing to remember is that this is not affecting my working hours. So on the calendar you saw before, I work 9 to 5, but you could see it showed 8 to 9 and it also showed 5 to 6. So that's all this is controlling. Your availability is controlled in a completely different area. So for example, maybe I want to kind of change this to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All this is doing is just showing what's actually going to be on the calendar itself. This again does not affect your working hours. So I wanted to display that just because sometimes I'm in a bit early, sometimes I'm staying back a bit late, so I want to have those times there. Over here, minutes per calendar block, this is how I had my 20-minute increments for every hour. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to 15, so now I'm going to have 4 of those slots, which maybe that's just a bit easier when I'm booking in appointments. The calendar time block size is ultimately the overall look of the calendar. If you remember what my one looked like, you didn't really have to scroll. You could kind of see everything. The default setting is my favorite, but you can go a lot smaller if you want it even more compact, and you can go a lot larger if you'd prefer. We're going to make it extra large just to make the change very obvious, and we're going to have a look at what that does. Now, the minute increments on time picker dropdown, this is more to do with when you booked in an appointment or you've made your initial selection for when you want the appointment to take place. You can have a little time picker that's going to let you kind of maybe refine that. So maybe you need it to be in 5-minute increments just so you can make some fine-tuning adjustments to the appointment. Over here where we've got these icons here, or these toggles, this is all very much look and feel. So going through them very quickly, show client account balance on calendar is how I had that little red dollar sign, letting me know that that particular client actually has some outstanding invoices, and that's what that icon represents. So it's a good way to keep track of that. The client name on a separate line does exactly as you'd think it does. It makes sure the client's name is on a different line all but on its own, so it's very easy to see and read. You've also got the show calendar names as a drop-down list. This will only really apply if you've got multiple practitioners and if your screen is big enough to display them all side by side. If not, it is just going to default to a drop-down anyway. Confirming appointment moves is excellent to make sure you don't accidentally move an appointment, so it is going to ask for your confirmation before any sort of appointment moves take place. So it's going to give you a little box that's going to pop up and ask you to confirm whether you meant to move it or not. And show waitlist matches when canceling. I don't have a lot of time to go into this, but the long and short of it is by turning this on, if you have someone on the wait list that could take an appointment you've just canceled, it's going to pop up with a little short list of all those people, so you can see that. So it's very, very cool. We're going to go ahead and save the changes I've made so far, and we're going to pop back out to my calendar and have a look at what it's done. So if we're having a look in here, you can see my calendar is now a lot bigger. I have to scroll a lot to get all the way down to the bottom. What you can see is now it starts at 7 a.m. and it goes all the way down to 7 p.m. My head's a little in the way, so you might not see it quite as well. So you can see that there. You can see I now have 4 slots per hour, so 15-minute increments. And you can also see, again, we've still got that red dollar sign showing up there. So that's just some of the changes. Again, this is very much something you should play with and get comfortable with because you want this to look the way you want it to and feel the way that's going to help you the best. So that's all I got time for today. Please check out a lot of our other tutorials. They can give you some great tips on getting started. And even if you want to, sign up for the Zanda Academy. It's a great way to kind of learn things as you go. You even get a little certificate when you're done with the courses. But as I said, that's all I've got time for today. So bye for now.